Welcome to the BetQL Daily Boost. I'm Lucy Burge of BetQL.com, and I am joined by Kate Constable and Casey Hudson, and we have an NBA odds boost for all of you on the finals, which begin tomorrow on Nikola Jokic and Jimmy Butler to each have over 24.5 points, boosted to plus 135 at Caesars. So there's a little bit of plus money value here, and Jokic had 30 points in that final game against the Lakers and Jimmy Butler, which feels like a year ago that series happened. Jimmy Butler is also coming off a game in which he hit the over with 28 points against the Celtics. So I love the value in this odds.
Yeah, and Lucy, if you look at Jimmy Butler's the first game of each series for him, he usually comes out in the series pretty hot. 35 points in game one against Milwaukee, 25 against the Knicks, and 35 in game one against Boston. So I like Butler to come out and have a big game tonight. It would almost be Jokic that concerns me in this parlay a little bit, which is crazy because, like you said, at 30 points against the Lakers, 34 in game one against the Lakers. But he typically tries to get his other teammates involved and going a little bit earlier. So he only had 13 points in game one against Minnesota. Now, he did only play 28 minutes in that game because it was a complete blowout. 24 in game one against Phoenix. So right around that mark. But again, he's going to facilitate a lot tonight. Either way, Jokic could go off and put up a massive number any night. So any parlay in which we have an over for Jokic's points is just fine by me.
100%. Because, I mean, you can always count on this guy, and his average of points in the postseason alone is 29.9. So I think he had one game where he's been on 23 points at some point over the last 10 games. And I get concerned because I don't want it to be with the Celtics with the Tatum situation where they're relying on him too much. But I think that he just works so well with getting those points and pacing it over 4 quarters. And Jimmy's going to want that first half back versus the Celtics in Game 7. It was a little bit of a slower start for him, and while they rely on him a bit heavy, he does better at managing his time across 4 quarters as well. So you got 2 guys, teams around them sadly have to show hot in the beginning, and you said perfectly, Kate. Jimmy Butler loves a great Game 1.
Oh, for sure. So there is a ton of value in here, plus 135. Get in on this boost before tomorrow so you have some time, and get up to $1,000 in bonus bets on your first wager at BetMGM by entering code Lucy1000 when you sign up for a new BetMGM account now. And head to BetQL.com, get your free 3-day trial today. Check out our exclusive sportsbook offers there as well. And of course, follow us on Twitter at Kate Constable, at The Sports Case, and at Lucille Burge. Favorite bets for today, I am going with Phillies money line against the Mets. So the Mets and minus 120 is where I got this. The Mets finally got a win on Tuesday when they took down the Phillies 2-0, but I kind of doubt they can pull off another win here and make it's too good to be true. So I like the Phillies to win because it will be Aaron Nola going for the Phillies against Carlos Carrasco starting for the Mets. And I see Nola having the upper hand in this matchup. He is 4-3 with a 4.59 ERA. Carrasco is 1-2 with a 6.75 ERA. So I think the Phillies can get the win here against the Mets and Carlos Carrasco.
All right, Lucy, I'm going to go over to the Rockies and Diamondbacks. I'm going to do a little same game parlay here and take Corbin Carroll and Christian Walker each to have at least one hit. That's at plus 115 over at BetMGM. Colorado starting its right-handed pitcher to Nelson Lamet, who's returning from the 15-day IL. His terrible 12.60 ERA, 5 earned runs given up against the Diamondbacks just last month, and this is his first start as a member of the Rockies. He's pitched just in relief innings for Colorado this season. So I'm not sure he's going to last more than a few innings, especially coming off of an injury. And that means Colorado's going to have to rely on its bullpen, which has been terrible over the last 10 games. 6.91 ERA, 5.94 whip. And both Walker and Carroll have played fairly well lately. Walker has a hit in 3 of his last 4 games, 6 hits in his 5 games against the Rockies, and same with Corbin Carroll, at least 1 hit in each of his last 3 games, and 5 hits in his 4 games against the Rockies this year. So both of those players to have a hit tonight against the Rockies is my play for today.
Love that.
I'm actually finally sticking with the baseball theme here. I've got Tampa Bay over 4.5 runs at that minus 115 for a number of reasons. You've got Eflin versus Steele right now, and Eflin's been one from kind of on a hot streak, and Cubs haven't been too sexy at home. They're 11-11, and the Rays have been doing well on the road, being 13-10. And then obviously the Rays have the second highest scoring offense in the MLB right now. I think their average last I checked was like 60 runs per game, and they just have to get to that over. So I like the over there for Tampa Bay, and I know they want to close out this series on a high note as they prepare to get some other pitchers in there waiting for all season long.
Love that. The Rays are on fire right now, so that is a great one. Love they're going to score a lot. I think that's a great one. So get in on that and all of our best bets and the odds boost, and subscribe to the BetQL Daily Boost wherever you get your podcasts.